Alright, as soon as you log in, your first task is going to make a torch. 1 grass, 2 grass, 2 grass, 2 twigs. I'm actually going to pick up berries as I see them, and I'm going to pick up some extra twigs. Looks like I'm actually already on an edge of water. For mapping, you just want to kind of do that outside edge so you can see where everything's at. First 5 days, if you're just running the map, just picking up items that should keep you good and occupied. Some people like to run the roads. As you progress through the game, you're going to slowly learn exactly what you need. I know that I need 8 paper to make bird cage, I need some gold, I need a lot of logs. Dragonfly Desert's a great place to go and get some free resources. Actually, just gonna get enough for that torch because that's what I told you guys to do. We're gonna make the torch and we're gonna run the outside edge of Dragonfly Desert. The main reason is you get tumbleweeds in Dragonfly Desert and you have a very good chance of getting a lot of grass and a lot of twigs from those tumbleweeds. You also have the opportunity to get a gear, which you're going to need one fairly soon for your basic camp. But if you run the outside edge, you should be able to come across a couple of the tumbleweeds. Oh, there's my first one. So you can also get other great items from tumbleweeds, so it's really not a bad thing to waste some time doing a couple laps around the Dragonfly Desert just to see if you can get some of the items you might need. That's how you can tell it's the Dragonfly Desert, is this cactus. The other cactus lets you know that you're in the oasis. I know that I need gold, so I'm going to take advantage of finding some gold right away. The reason I burn these twiggy trees is those will actually give you 1 to 2 charcoal. You also have the capability of getting a log, so I can pre-build a fire pit and then I can just cancel it. Took the resources from my inventory and I now have one pre-built, so in the middle of the night if I didn't have my torch, I could quickly place down a fire pit. It's a great way to kind of pre-build things. Pre-build my science machine, pre-build a fire pit, run along the front here. This is the one biome that I will usually try and map the entire part out once I find it, just so I can see what it's connected to, what it's near. Also, when you're in the swamp, kind of start some fights between tentacle spikes, the merms, and spiders, which will help you get some of the items that you need. And all of these trees I will burn down later for charcoal, because you can use merms as buddies, just like other characters can use pigs. Later on, they'll help me chop these trees down really quickly. Ooh! Oh, there's exactly what I wanted. That's the 8 reeds that I need to make my bird cage. I keep rearranging things. This is just my normal quick at a glance. I know I've got grass, twigs. Alright, this is our oasis. You can tell by this cactus. Got Chester. Nice. So finding Chester fairly quickly is really nice. Makes it so you don't have to stop and actually make your science machine and then make a backpack. Somewhat close to as if you didn't find Chester. I'm not going to use him, which means that I'd have 1 more inventory slot. So I'll kind of show you what it's like, even if you don't get them right away, on your inventory management. I can pick flowers, make a garland, slowly bring my sanity up. Alright, all roads lead here. Let's actually build this science machine. The reason I'm doing this, now I can quickly make some new recipes. Everything that you make for the first time gives you 15 sanity. And I'm going to drop Chester off here. Kind of want to show you what it's like to not have him. So if you can pre-build an alchemy engine, that's great. You can now hammer this down if you needed to. Just pre-building some stuff to get my sanity back up. Good thing we got our sanity up. Green mushrooms we can pick, cook. Those will help with our sanity. This biome right here I'm probably not going to be living in, so this actually isn't a bad biome to start digging up items. A good start, 10 saplings, 10 berry bushes, 10 grass. If you can get 20, that'll keep you a little bit longer, but try not to waste too much time getting 20 if it's not what you need. And I highly recommend taking from the back first. You're keeping all the stuff that's close if you needed to make a quick torch available to you. The ones that are close to a moose goose den are really smart to dig up because they're just going to get eaten by the moose goose babies anyway. You wouldn't pick these to dig up. Not having grass in the back makes it so I don't have to run all the way to the end of the biome to get it. Alright, 2 for 1. 2 things I needed. Collect some poop. Definitely going to need some poop. And our first deciduous. It's good to know where they're at. I'm actually going to continue running through here at night. Pigs and merms don't get along, so it's nice to sneak through while they're sleeping. There is a possibility that you get 2 of these biomes. One is typically going to have your pig king in it. If you have the pig king, usually you'll have glommer in there as well. So there is a possibility that we could get a hound wave as early as day 7. So being prepared for that, I always have my weapon in hand if I can. Tentacle spike is going to be better to use than a spear, but not by much. It is enough to get a dog down really quick, but I do recommend learning how to kite. Those especially will help you a lot in early game. And then coming up with a solution later is always smart. Hey, glommer. I'm going to pick that up. Nice. Pan flute. Let's just put that down. You're going to want to use that later against dragonfly and some other bosses possibly. Definitely a good item to have, and you get one for free. So this is definitely going to have our pig king. Can I try and make it through without having a whole bunch of pigs chase me? I doubt it. Alright. Ooh, oh, too many.
Notice how they give me the one thing that I don't need. Getting greedy. That was my problem. Always remember, be careful. Running at night with a torch, you don't want to hit anything started on fire. This is definitely a straight edge pointing towards lunar, which is nice. Happy we found one of those. Gonna be something that we're definitely gonna need if we want to get there before day 20. Maybe try and figure a good spot that we can sail from. Just getting good habits of pre-building those fires, just so you always have one. If you've watched me on the live stream, you know that I need helmets. I mean, obvious by my 75 health right now. I should probably have made a helmet by now, but get some pig butts so that I can. You are playing with an event on. It's nice to pick these up as you go, but we are somewhat limited on space, so I'm going to avoid them for now. Also, I'd recommend doing the event after you've passed winter, just for the sole fact you don't want to get distracted and get hurt. 12 webs should be enough. I'm going to hope that I'm right. Might even have enough for a bug net so that we can bring a lunar tree back. Pet den. Cool. So if I pick this up, all those guys will immediately wake up and come after me. So we're not going to do that. Mystery wormhole? Why not? All right. This is the one to our swamp. We did have some stuff that we made. What else can I quickly make? I don't want the hat. Little sanity boost. An umbrella is actually not a bad idea. I know it's day 11 that we can get Glommer, so you want to make sure you're kind of monitoring that and keeping track because you don't want to lose. If you don't get them, you're on day 11. That's totally okay. I just like to because it is a free source of fuel. We might be getting a hound attack any day here, so something to keep in mind. I could have made my helmets, which I probably should have done. I'm at 80 health. Your first hound attack isn't going to be too bad. Most likely get 3. After day 100, that's when they start to get a little bit more crazy. You want, like I said, you might want to be near beefalo if you're not used to taking on multiple hounds or if you haven't set up a nice trap area. These grass suits are pretty much pointless. I'll pick them up so I can burn them. Try not to burn those in a campfire. Burn them in a fire pit. If you get a campfire too big, it'll actually start things nearby on fire. This is going to be a good biome to come back to and dig up anything that I need. Oh, there's Bee Queen. Nice. There's the gear, number 16. But I do recommend spending some time in here. Just do a lap or two. It'll fill up your grass and twigs. If you want to chop these trees down after you burn them for some charcoal, it's a nice safe area for you to do that in. If you're ever in a pinch, you can use fireflies for light. You can also move those fireflies with a bug net to your base. I actually like to put a couple over my fire pit. Usually I'll put 3 of them, one on each side and one in the back. If I don't necessarily have a torch on me or a light source, I can quickly run over and throw something in because it'll be lit up. All right, so tonight's the night we need to go get Glommer. We have 8 minutes in a day. If you want to do the Terraria stuff, that's going to be in that box. Ooh, I should not have opened that. I'm going to get out of there. Why do I keep touching things? And my nightmare creature. So let's take care of him right now. When it rains, it pours. Oh, man. Oh, you freaking kidding me? Please tell me I didn't make it. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. Glommer, where are you, buddy? It's going to be a lot of running. Oh, man. Okay, grab this. You know what? I am going to... Got Glommer. We're going to eat 2 cooked mushrooms, which is going to take some life. See if we can do this. Oh, maybe. Okay, there's 1. I'm only going to get probably 1, 2 hits. Oh, darn it. Hey, leave him alone. Made it with next to no health. Let's say I want to open a spot to go downstairs because I want to make a lantern, so I and stop wasting my resources with these torches. For right now, I know that this isn't the best spot for base, but that's okay. I really just want to set something small up for winter anyway. Geometric placement would make that look really pretty. Because it's somewhat the center of the map, it's actually not a bad spot to be resource-wise. I'm setting that up as if I'm going to put the trap up. Let's switch out the machine. Now, obviously, don't break that down if you haven't already built this one. Got that guy built. We can now make gold tools, so actually move stuff around. Might put down our first fire pit. Think tank doesn't need to be near water. Got a boat. Hatch kit would be smart to have. I don't think I've brought any teeth back, and I was just out at the... So if you actually break down any of those dead bodies, you have the possibility to get tooths and shards, which you need 2 bone shards to make a bucket of poop, which costs 3 manure, but then you get 10 drops for it, which would save me on all this. So you don't ever have to stop for night in building. It's the best time to change your camera angle. Ooh, let's go the other way. Getting ready to go down to the caves so that we could get some stuff ready so that we can go over to Lunar. You just need 2 light bulbs for a lantern, but if you grab a couple extra, it won't hurt. And I know that I need some bone shards. So I'm actually going to clean these few that I see here. I'll show you why we're doing that when we get back to base. Music today is StreamBeats. Link in the description below. Gonna check them out. Thank you, Harris Heller and Senpai Records, for some free tunes. Got our lantern, got some extra light bulbs, and it looks like I left some of my mods on, but I'll explain all the ones that I do have on as they pop up. So this one up here is Minimap, and this one, where I can just get it to do the work for me, that is Action Q Reborn 2. 2 buckets of poop. Good start. Really only gonna let me get my grass back, but that's okay. Way more cost effective, than just using 20 poop and having to go back. I'm gonna fertilize some of these just so I can come back to some food. And this, I don't want to go back, so I'm just gonna use what I've got. When setting up your boat, you can kind of do it whichever way you'd like. I typically like to have 2 sails, so I'll actually set 1 sail here, 1 sail here, my anchor. Before leaving, make sure you turn. There is a little dial, zoom in, you can kind of see right here, that changes, so that'll let you know which way you're going. And then we're gonna drop sail, and just for safety, I'm actually gonna pause the music, because safety is #1 on boats. You should always also have a boat patch kit in your inventory, which I do not have. A boat patch kit is gonna take some bee stingers and boards. Make sure that you always have that on your person when in a boat, unlike what I'm doing right now. This is another beautiful use of Minimap, because without it, you're really just waiting until it pops up. This, I'll at least be able to see it moments before I need to start turning. Ooh, wow. And we lucked out and totally got lunar. Oh, this is not lunar. Darn it. This is pearl. That's okay. This is another fun side quest that we will go through later. But you know what? We're going to pick up all the kelp that's on hers. I'm going to grab 4 of these from my garden. I'll show you why I grabbed those from my garden in just a bit once we get it up and running, but they are very helpful. Use that. Sailing at night is stupid. I don't recommend doing it, at least not without Minimap, but I'm going to do it for you just to show how dangerous it is. Don't try this at home, kids. Without Minimap, I would have never saw that rock until I hit it. The fuel for this actually is very expensive. A log doesn't last nearly as long. Sometimes you're almost better off just using a lantern on the boat or not driving at night. That would be my first option for most. I'm experienced at crashing, so the only reason I risk it to do this for you. And we made it, and the color is starting to change, so that's a good sign. Might be heading in the right direction. And you can use WASD to steer. You can also use your mouse, which you can kind of see where it says set hailing floating around the screen here. If you do hit a rock at a high speed, you will get a hole in your boat. If you do not have a boat patch kit, you will be losing your boat. So it's highly recommended. Don't do this without a boat patch kit. Oh gosh. Nope. That is a salt reef, which you have to get to later. Oh my gosh. And then there's flowers over here to our left. Threading the needle here. Okay, more flowers. These are the barnacles that you'll have to get later. Oh, darn it. Davy Joneses. You little bugger. No, get out of here. Okay, so these trees, this is the newest addition to the sea. You definitely want to find out where this is. You're going to want those figgies later on in the game. This is what happens when you go crazy at sea. You get Davy Jones. Some tricks when sailing. If you start to take up your mast, you will immediately start to slow down. You can also drop anchor, and that will immediately slow you down. If you have 2 sails and you drop anchor, you will still continue to move. So keep that in mind. It can actually be very dangerous driving with 2 sails. It's great if you know where you're going and if you can eliminate these rocks and other obstacles. This looks promising. Is this just Crab King? Crab King's going to be in a circle of rocks. That is the edge of the map. Oh, let's go. Go. So hitting the edge of the map is like running into a rock. So you do not want to hit this or that rock. Maybe we're heading in the right direction. And if you didn't find Pearl's Island on accident, you can actually take one of these messages in a bottle and it'll locate it for you. It also shows you where sunken treasure is, which after doing Pearl's Quest, you can get a crane to actually dig down into the water to help you out with those. Oh gosh. No. Oh, that's bad. Oh, I slowed down enough. Oh, that was so lucky. Oh man, Evo Lady was here. She'd be so mad. Yeah, let's just drive through it, okay? That's a stupid idea. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, no. Don't stop here. This is a bad place to stop before they get angry. Ooh. Slowed down just enough. All right, let's get out of here. I feel like the color water did change though. Ooh, that is something. Oh my gosh. Oh, do not die. Holy guacamole, Batman. Oh, we made it to lunar. On entering lunar, you'll see your sanity's starting to go up. This is just one of the little islands. That's fine. We're gonna clean this out really quick. So there's usually one big island and then there's a couple of small connectors. So this is gonna be just the small little ones. Don't walk over those. They'll hurt you. That's okay. This is gonna give me some sanity. It'll also give me some pool kelp so I have something to eat. And if you get hit by 2 of these, these, it'll actually put you to sleep, so be careful. You just keep moving, you should be fine. And if you get hit by it once, it'll slow you down. Here, I'll demonstrate for you. Oh, hey, walk slow for a little bit. You get hit a second time, you'll actually take a nap. Always move your sail first, then anchor, then mast. Then you at least have some chance of stopping if you're about to run into something. I think the larger island's not going to be too far from this, so we're just going to head to the left. I will recommend later having a crate so that you don't have this buildup of items on your boat. We just didn't have enough time to get that, so yep, there it is. Ooh. All right, so I know that I am just going to be picking up items, so I am going to drop some items I maybe don't need. These are our stone fruit trees. You can dig them up, but then you have to fertilize them. Just actually come and get a whole bunch of the stone fruit itself. You have a chance of getting a seed, and then you can plant the trees. These aren't actually carrots, they're air rats, which are adorable. But not really helpful. All right, there's 3. I wasn't too worried when we left with the low amount of food, just for the sole fact that I knew we were going to get a lot of kelp. We're going to get some stone fruit. So food-wise, I'm good on the island. You see a circle of trees? Sometimes there's a axe in there for you. Oh, there you go. I can see the axe. Moon glass axe. If you did bring a pitchfork, you can bring back some of this moon turf. This is the beach turf, which is really nice as well. This is our moon turf. It's going to start getting cold tonight. I think I'm just going to grab what I can grab. Typically, out of a stack of 40, I will get at least 1 seed. Oh, you little bugger. Nope. Hey. All right, get off the boat. You're messing with it. Oh, stop it. Oh my gosh, knock it off. All right, well, all right. Oh my gosh, I do not have time for this. We're just gonna stand here, make sure that my boat doesn't sail away. I don't think they mess with the steering wheel unless I'm on the boat, so wait to the side. Oh, darn. Yeah, and it's almost winter. All right, so we are gonna drop anchor. We are gonna lift our sail. We don't wanna lose this boat. Because we fertilized everything before we left, we actually have some stuff. And 28 kelp, very good amount. This is why you would want geometric placement. It actually shows you where you can place and how closely you can get the next one. Maximize your potential. I'm not gonna place right here on the side. I'm actually just gonna go to the next one over, just so if I do action key reborn from the top, it'll hopefully just crawl straight down and I won't get stuck on anything. Looks like we can fit about 4 each, so we got our kelp. That's planted, and in 3 days those will be ready to pick, and those go through every season. I'm gonna make a fence for this gobbler section here. The reason you do the door is if you actually pick a berry during the day, you can drop one down, and then if you start picking these and a gobbler does come out, the gobbler is going to go after this berry on the ground, get stuck on the fence, so you'll be set to not lose any of your berries and to just continue on, which is super helpful, just like that little guy. I'm picking these on the last day. I should have actually waited because these will not regrow during my winter. Here comes the gold. Make that thermal stone I was talking about. Thermal stone is how you're going to survive winter, so we're going to drop that down next to the fire. This is actually a really cool skinned one. It'll actually change color. For our first Macus, there's one here. I'm hoping the third one is maybe over here so that I at least have a little space. Our thermal stone is heated, so we're going to grab that. We also need to get a walking cane from one of our mechas, and we're probably going to have to deal with Deerclops. With winter, I mean, I'm trying to make a base just, you know, enough for me to have everything nearby so that I don't have to kind of take off during the winter. You want to make sure that you're always close to a fire source. Make some armor. Yeah, we can start to head over. I'm going to assume that I'm going to get too cold. Out of sight and out of mind from the Tusk and their hounds right here. See how far they chase me. Oh, Dragonfly will eventually hit a spot, yeah, where he won't follow you. Trying to use him to maybe do some more bidding. Probably not the smartest idea. Oh man, where are they going? Okay, with McTusk, as soon as you get on one, if you keep running him in one direction, he'll eventually have to stop, turn around, and head towards his house. There's like a limit and a range. Wow, that was way more work than that should have been in any way, shape, or form. I can maybe get this one too. I want a camo shanter, but this could be me getting greedy, which is not a good idea. Yeah, see how he just goes to the edge and stops? He still has 2 dogs living at his house, so I need to be careful of. Let's go get our walking cane. McTusks respawn every 3 days. This is a stone fruit tree. These grow all year long. In a pinch, Glommer Group, if you eat it, does heal you, but it does make you go really kind of crazy. If you want this ancient walking cane that I'm building right now, I've got another YouTube video you can watch to get that. Got all these roads that I can kind of run on, so it'll help me. This is an item that I highly recommend making as soon as humanly possible, which is a tent, especially during winter. Get you back some of that health during these longer nights. And then we're going to make our tent. We're going to pop in there for a hot second. At least get my sanity and my health up at the same time. Get some food cooking for when we get out. Get a fire going so I'm not freezing.
tent. But I am going to hop in this tent. You want to get the full use out of these tents. You only get 10 use. Oh, wow. Oh, perfect. They're going to take care of one of them. Wow. I hit the lottery today. No hat. There is Clops. Oh, man. And let's go. Run away. The minute you hear him, go. Run. I'm actually going to get to the edge of the swamp. I'm going to drop a fire, and then I'm going to wait. Darn it, he spawned in. There he is. Add some fuel. 2 hits. 1, 2. Run back. I'm actually going to bring him up here, because if you're on the swamp, you run faster. See, and the tentacle spikes will help me. So the reason I had these blow darts is if he spawned when he was near my base, I don't necessarily want to run up and hit him because he'll do this ice attack and immediately start to destroy my buildings. But you can blow dart him from a distance. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3. 4. Nice. Okay, cool. Now I only have to deal with one boss. Got us to the second full moon on day 31. So if you didn't have Glommer, you could try and go get Glommer now. Ooh. So we'll leave it there. You guys, thank you so much. Again, if you want to join me, FTLAK, you can find me on Twitch. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Do what the little icon thing's doing. Yeah. And I will see you guys next time. All right. Thanks, guys.